Okay, here I'm back with Mayla Hill. We have talked about her Quest 300 performance last year, where she credited it all to the dogs and starting and finishing with 9 dogs. Well, there's a bit more to it. Not everybody can keep 9 dogs together. So I think you have, or any team together, matter of fact. So I think you have to give credit to yourself, to your dog care. You can have the best dogs in the world if you can't maintain them. So tell us
Correct.
a little
Yep.
bit about the dog care you do. What do you look for? Maybe a little bit about your checkpoint routine. That's one advantage of having a smaller team. You don't have that many dogs to look at.
Yes, that was definitely something I noticed, booting 9 dogs versus say Brent Sass booting his 12 dogs. I was almost as fast. So other than, there's a couple other, like 9 dogs, that's 3 dogs less than 12. So that's yeah, a lot less work over those couple, few hundred miles. That's the cold was definitely a factor. You definitely want to watch, especially on the way back. I think the coldest run was between Mandana Lake and Brayburn. I remember that being I think that was the coolest run. There's a couple things to watch for,
It was flat out
frostbite.
40 some below when you guys came back. I remember
Yeah,
James Johnson being really cold when he came back.
Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, it was yeah, like the dogs were, they were performing perfectly in that weather. It's just a couple things, you'd definitely think ahead, dog coats and couple points on the dogs where they get hit the hardest. So definitely watching that. And but I think we handled it pretty well. We were pretty well prepared, and they were, yeah, they were handling it very well. So
How long did you stay at that time station on the way back? Can you remember?
on the way back, I was there, oh, was it 3.5 hours? No, 3 hours.
You
It
think that
was
you think that makes a difference to have one more rest before the finishing line?
I do. It's nice to finish with a fresh looking team, especially, for people around, finishing a race. It's nice to have a team that looks good at the end.
Well, yours really did. I mean, when they came in, they looked sharp.
Yeah, I was really happy with the dog's performance overall. They looked great from every stop and every start and stop. They just looked very powerful. So yeah, I think at the end, that last time stop taking 3 hours, I remember that was I think that was the slowest start off of a stop, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, yeah.
leaving that time station, it took them a while to get going, but I think at the end of it, because I remember the end coming off that river, it was very windy and there was hardly any trail. I had a dog named Junior in lead, and he basically put his nose down and found the trail for me. He was on fire, and I think that last time stop did get some fuel into them for that last push off the river into the finish line. So yeah, I would say if I were gonna go back and change it, maybe take less time at Brayburn on the way back and put it more towards that last time stop possibly.
So, what's your goal for the 450 now? So, no turning around in Mandana this year. It's
No,
going
just keep
forward.
on trucking.
It's going
Yeah.
forward down the trail. So, what's your goal, and what do you look forward to? What makes you excited about the Quest 450?
Well, I'm excited for the Quest 450 because I've read and dreamt about the Yukon Quest for long as I've probably been dreaming about Yukon Quest longer than I have Iditarod. I remember the books I was reading when I was like 10 to 12 years old, and it was Yukon Challenge. I remember was by John Firth. That was like one of those special books that I remember reading as a kid, and I couldn't put that book down. I probably read it over like 12 times. So now getting to run this race, and the checkpoints, just looking at the names of the checkpoints, and it's like, oh, now I'm actually here and I get to run this thing. It's really cool. So I'd say my main goal to, finish Yukon Quest is, the main thing is to qualify for Iditarod next year's Iditarod. But other than that, I mean, it's, to see mushers out there, to see the checkpoints. I really want to travel this trail. I want to see what's past Mandana Lake. If they do have the 1,000 miler again, I would like to go all the way to the finish past Dawson City. So yeah, just to see more of the trail and get qualified for Iditarod is definitely the biggest motivators here.
Are you going to beat Aaron again?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, safe travels. Looking forward to see you.